Well, I think this new tariff by China is almost like an act of declaration of war against the United States. And what I'd like to see Trump do, and I know they're thinking of different strategies about how to move forward, is really aim these tariffs at the villain of the world, which is China. And maybe it might be time for pausing some of the tariffs against Europe and Canada. And look, I think Trump has a case that these countries do have a lot higher tariffs than we do, and it is not a level playing field. But right now, it looks like the whole world has to really go after China right now. And I'd like to see maybe a temporary pause on the tariffs on the rest of the world and really getting tough with China. China, I was just listening to the interview you guys did with Stephen Miller, and Stephen Miller's right. China can't survive. Their economy can't survive if they can't trade with the United States. So maybe it's time to put pressure on them.
It's interesting, Robert. Yesterday, there was a lot of talk about the first country that steps up and says, OK, pick up the phone. Let's talk. We will negotiate with you, is going to be the winner in this. And the ones who come around towards the end are likely to be the losers. And today, this is what President Trump said about his call with officials from Vietnam. I just had a very productive call with To Lam, General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, who told me that Vietnam wants to cut their tariffs down to zero if they're able to make an agreement with us. I thanked him. I look forward to a meeting in the near future. Robert, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts is this big, beautiful economy that actually was rolling pretty good with jobs and inflation coming down feels more like the Game of Thrones Red Wedding. I mean, it is not going well. This is being executed poorly. His economic advisors are being intellectually dishonest. Trade wars are bad. Tariffs are a tax. Consumer prices are not going down. We're 70% a consumer-driven country. So building a moat around the United States with protectionist and isolationist economic policies are not positive. And this isn't me saying it. This is J.P. Morgan, 60% chance of a recession. Heritage Foundation is for free trade and thinks tariffs are poor. I think Steve and I have always been for targeted tariffs. Go after the Eurozone on auto. Go after China on steel and intellectual property. But across the board is just coming back to haunt us. Yeah. And the markets are efficient. I disagree with Secretary of State Rubio. It's not just the businesses are getting reset. They're going to actually look at what happened at Whirlpool in Iowa. They cut over 500 jobs.
I hear
and
you.
By the way, today, the senator of Iowa and the senator of Washington are doing a bipartisan bill to possibly take away some of the powers.
To take control back. And Congress really has not been muscular on any of these issues, even though they had the power to be.